Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about selection sort. We are going to see what is a selection sort, an algorithm by which the sort technique can be explained along with the Java program in BlueJ. So before going to selection sort algorithm, we are going to see the points, okay, which has to be noted. It is an in-place comparison based algorithm. That means it will be having elements in the array where you have the index values. Okay, so the index values will be checked and it will be stored into the variables, and then it will compare the elements, and if the condition is true, it has to swap based on the index values. Okay, that is the place values. Find the smallest element and swaps it with the first element and so on. So it will check for the smallest element in the array, and then once it finds the smallest element, it will swap that element with the first element of the array, and then it will make an sorted array in the left hand side and unsorted in the right hand side. So it is, the list is divided into two parts. Left hand side part will be having sorted part, and the right hand side part will be unsorted part. So it will move on slowly like that till the end of the array. Now we are going to see the algorithm. Here you can see the list of elements. You have totally 7 elements, which is in unsorted way. Now you can see the index values of the elements. So it is 0 to 6. Okay, these are the index values. Now you are going to find out few things. First thing is you are going to define the outer loop. Okay, where you have the I value, right? The variable I, which will be pointing to 0. So that is the first element. Okay. Now you are going to see the outer loop. The iteration, first iteration, you can see the position value which will be defined. Okay, the position value is nothing but a variable which will define the smallest element in the array. Okay, so the position is nothing but a variable which is used to find the least value or the smallest value in the array. So that for the first time, we doesn't know which is the smallest value here. So the first time what you're going to do is you're going to store the I value itself as the position value. So the position value which will be pointing to the first element, that is the I value. Now you are going to define the j value, that is inner loop. Okay, so since you are going to already defined the first element as I, you are going to start the comparison with the second element. So the inner loop always starts with the first value, that is I plus 1. So whenever the I value is defined, okay, you know what is the j value. So nothing but the next value. So I plus 1 will be the starting element for the inner loop, that is j. Now once the inner loop is being executed, what has to be checked in the inner loop? So it will check a condition. The ARR of position is greater than ARR of j. Okay, so the position value is nothing but the element which is present under the position, which is also the I value, that is 42, which is compared with the j value, that is ARR of j 16. Checking whether 42 is greater than 16. So here it is true. So since it is true, what you are going to do is immediately you are going to store the that is change the position value, okay, as j, that is position equal to j. So you can see here now the position element has been shifted. The position will be shifted to the second element, that is error of 1. Okay, so that will now it consider that will be the least value. Now again the loop will continue its execution. It moves on to the next element, checks whether the position, the value stored in position now is 16, okay, which is greater than 84. Okay, the condition is false because 16 is not greater than 84. So since it is since the condition is false, it move on to the next value, that is position. Okay, that is I j value is 3 now. Now 16 is greater than 12. Obviously it is true. Okay, so what happens here is it knows the condition is true. So since the condition is true, it knows the element stored in ARR of 3 is 12, which is the least value. Okay, which is compared to the position value. Now what you're going to do is you're going to move the position to that value, that is that position will be moved to number 3. Okay, now this will be the least value till now. Okay, now it will go on to the next element, checks whether the value, that is value stored in position now is 12, and the value stored in JR or J is 77, which checked with the condition. Okay, 12 is greater than 77. No, it is false. So it will move on to the next element. Okay, checks whether 12 is greater than 26. Again it is false. It move on to the next element again. So what happens here is it checking with 12 and 53. Okay, 12 is greater than 53. Again this is false. Now the inner loop ends. Okay, so at the end of the inner loop, what happens here is it knows which is the least value and which is the first element. So that is nothing but the I value and the position value. Okay, now you're going to swap these two values. Okay, so you're going to swap this. Okay, the least value with the first value. This is what the algorithm says. Okay, now you are going to go to the second iteration. Now you can see that the first element is already been the least value. You are not going to use this value. So you are going to define the second value as the I value. Okay, the same will be the position value also in the second iteration. Okay, you can see the position also is pointing out to the I value. So position equal to I. Now j value will be always the next value which has been defined. So I value is defined as 1 means j value will be defined as I plus 1, that is 2. So you're going to start the comparison from this position. So the first comparison is error of position, that is 16 is greater than 84. The condition is false. So it move on to the next element. Now it is going to check the error of position, that is 16 is greater than 42. Again it is false. So it moves on to the next element. Now here it is 16 greater than 77. Again it is not true, it is false. So it moves on to the next one. 16, is it greater than 26? No, again it is false. So it will move on to the last element in this iteration, that is 16 is greater than 53. Again it is false. So once the iteration is completed, inner loop is completed, here you don't have any value to be swapped. Okay, if you swap it also, it will be the same position, right? I and j swap, I value and the position value is pointing out to the same element, so there won't be any swapping done. Okay, so now the third iteration, you can see that 12 and 16 is already been defined. Okay, first two element is been disabled, so that you are not going to start, you're going to start from this third element, that is ARR of 2. Okay, that is the position value also, right? So I value is 2 and position value is also the same 2. Now the j value is the next number, that is I plus 1, that is 3. Now you're going to do the same process. 84 is greater than 42. Now the condition is true. Since the condition is true, what you know that you have an element which is smaller than the position value. So you are going to assign position equal to j. So now you are going to shift the position value to j value, right? So this is what you're going to have, what is going to happen here. Now we are going to the next element, that is 42 is greater than 77. Now here it is false. So it does not change anything here. You move on to the next element. So here 42 is greater than 26. Yes, it is true. So what happens here is now the position value will be equal to j. Now j position value will be pointing out to where the j is pointing to. So it moves on to 26. So this is the least value. Okay. Now we'll move on to the last element and check whether the 26, okay, the new position value is 26, whether it is greater than 53. Now it is false. So what happens here is you already done with the inner loop. Okay, after the inner loop is completed, you know what is the value of I and what is the value of position. You are going to swap these values. So once it is been found, you are going to swap the I value with the position value. So you are going to swap it, right? Now the next iteration, you know that three values already been defined, that is already been sorted. Okay, you can see left hand side is sorted, right hand side is unsorted. Now you are going to define the I value, which is also the position value in the fourth iteration. So you can see the position value and j value is defined as the next value. So you're going to do the same process here. 42 is greater than 77. No, it is not. So it is false. So it moves on to the next value. So 42 is greater than 85, 84. No, again it is false. So it moves on to the next one. That is 42 is greater than 53. Again it is false. So what happens here? There is no change. Okay, after the completion of the inner loop, you can see that position value and I value is in the same position. So if we swap also, it does not have any effect. Now the next iteration, here you can see that 44 values been sorted already. Now the I value is pointing to the next value, that is 4, and the position value is also pointing out to the same 4 value 4 here, and j value is the next value, that is 5, that is 4 plus 1, that is 5. Now you are going to compare 77 is greater than 84. No, it is not, it is false. So it will move on to the next value, that is the position value 77 is greater than 53. Yes, it is true. It is true that 77 is greater than 53. So what you're going to do is you're going to move the position to the j value. So POS equal to j. So it moves on to the last value here. Now the end of the inner loop. Now you know what is the I value and j position value. You're going to swap these two values. Okay. So after swapping, what happens is 53 will be coming to the fourth position and 77 go to the last position. Now the next iteration, so that is you already sorted 5 elements. So now you got only 2 more elements, that is the you're going to define the I value. Okay, that is the sixth iteration. I value is 5 and position value is also 5 and j value is 6, that is I plus 1. Now you're going to compare the check the condition whether this 84 is greater than 77. It is true. So what happens is it is going to move the position value to j. So position equal to j. Now the end of the inner loop. Now you know the I value and the position value. Okay, you are going to swap these two values, I and position. So it will be moved, and now you can see that in the fifth, that is after the iteration is completed, it has been in order. Right, now you can see here all the elements, it is in the sorted order. Right. Now you are going to see the exact logic in the program. Okay, how to write the algorithm, selection sort algorithm in the program. So first there is a outer loop. Okay, outer loop starts with I equal to 0, I lesser than error or dot length length minus 1, because you are not going to go to till the last element. Okay, you would have seen that 7 elements is there, you have completed only 6 iterations. So that's the reason you put that minus 1, and I plus plus will be the that is increment by 1. Next you can see that you're going to store in outer loop, you're going to do one more thing, that is POS equal to I. So you're going to store considering the I value is the least value. Okay, so position will be pointing out to the least value. For the first timing, you're going to point it to the I value itself. Now you're going to write the inner loop. Now you can see j equal to I plus 1. You're going to start from the next element, right? So you're going to start with I plus 1, j less than or lesser than AR dot length, then j plus plus. So that is the inner loop. Now what you're going to do inside the inner loop is you're going to check the condition if ARR position, okay, the whatever element is stored under the position, which is nothing but the I value, okay, greater than ARR of j. If it is greater than ARR of j, what you're going to do is you're going to just store the position equal to j. That means the position value will be moved to that element which is pointed by j, right? Now, after the condition has been executed, you're going to close the inner loop. So, after the full iteration is completed, after the iteration of the inner loop is completed, then you are going to swap the value of I and position. So, temp equal to ARR of I. Okay, that is the value which is stored, the first value which is stored inside the temp value. Now, the position value will be moved on to the first element, right? So, ARR of I equal to ARR of position, and error of position equal to temp value. So whatever is stored in temp will be stored back into the position. Right. So now you are going to see the program in BlueJ. So in BlueJ you can see the class name, public class, selection sort, and you can see the public static void main function is there. Inside that you got an array list of array elements which is used. Right. So int ARR equal to 42. That is all the elements which is stored separated by comma within curly braces. Then you have to have some variables. So POS is nothing but to store the index of the smallest element, and temp value is to whenever you are going to swap, you need a temporary variable that will be used there. Now you are going to display a list of elements which is stored into the array. So you don't know what are the elements stored, you're going to just display it and show it. So you're going to display a title here, selection sort. You just then nothing but a title, and then you can see sort unsorted array. First you're going to display the unsorted array. So you can see that loop will be I equal to 0, I lesser than ARR dot length I plus plus, and you're going to use system out print ARR of I, and then space. You're going to print it in the single line itself. Now comes the logic, that is the selection sort technique. Here you already discussed in the slide itself. Okay, so you got outer loop. Okay, and you can see that position equal to I, the value of I will be stored into position, and then the inner loop will be starting from I plus 1. Okay, and it goes on till the last. And then you can see the condition error of position is greater than error of j, then you are going to store position equal to j. Just you are going to only move the position value. Okay, after the full iteration inner loop is completed, then only you are going to swap the values. If the value of I and position is in different position, automatically the value will be swapped. If I value and position value is pointing out to the same element, it is not going to, it is going to execute the statement, but no effect. That means it will be in the same position, right? Then after that you are going to display the sorted array. That is same like the displaying the unsorted array. You are going to use the same loop, and then you are going to display the array values. Now you are going to compile this program. So no syntax errors. Close, execute the program. Now you can see selection sort is heading, and then you can see the unsorted array, and then finally you can see the elements which is in the sorted way. Hope you understood this video. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you.